What up YouTube, it's your boy Kind God King here today with a unboxing video, and it is the RX580 4GB Pulse OC model. Now I just picked this up today, so I thought I would make a video showing you guys what's inside and how to install the card. Now I am aware that my camera does look like shit, so bear with me. It's the best I have at the moment, so we'll go ahead and get the box opened. Now I don't have a stand for my camera, so I have to hold it while I'm trying to do this as well, so it's going to be some weird zooming in and out. So it's a basic cardboard box that you can see here, and inside the box the first thing we have is a disc which has the drivers on it. Now you can see here all the versions of Windows at the bottom there, Windows 7, Windows 10, etc. that it supports. This thing here is from Sapphire, just basically saying, I guess the card's legit. Not too sure what that's for. Here's the user manual that it explains how to install the card and whatnot. And this is the warranty certificate, which all graphics cards come with. And this thing here is just telling you about Sapphire's products. Nothing too important. So the box is pretty empty, as you can see, which is good though, to save some money and just send it in a sort of generic cardboard box rather than some of the huge boxes other companies use. So I'm not too bothered with that. Under here there's nothing that the card sits in. Sometimes they have adapters and whatnot in there, but as you can see, this has absolutely nothing. Now, some cool features about this card. It is a 580, so it's a step up from the 480, and this one has a 1366 megahertz boost engine clock. So that's the stock setting. I have been playing around with it, and I have already overclocked it to 1500 megahertz, which is pretty cool. Now the card is best used at 1440p from what I can see, and at 60 frames. So here's the card. It is quite basic looking. It's short, which is good, so it doesn't take up too much room in your case. It's got the dual fans. It's open at the back here, but it does look quite good. They've kept it simple. You can slap the Sapphire logo onto it. That's a 8-pin connector where you plug your power. A pretty cool looking backplate. It's got the pulse symbol on there. It's got 2 HDMI ports. It's also got some display ports and a DVI and a little bit of an exhaust vent there. So overall, I think it looks quite good. It was packaged quite nicely, so it's not damaged at all. So here's my PC at the moment with the 1070 in there, the EVGA. So I'm going to be pulling that card out and putting the new one in, and just show you guys once again how to do that. You don't have to pay someone to swap your graphics card. You can just do it yourself. It's quite simple, it's quite safe, so you don't need to be paying anyone to do that for you. Now I'm just going to get the card ready, and I'll be swapping it over into the case and taking the 1070 out. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting my camera ready to do that. Okay, so I've taken the side panel off my Thermaltake View 27 case. First thing you want to do is disconnect the DisplayPort cable or HDMI, any cable that you have in. The second thing you'll need to do is make sure the power is off from the power supply. You don't want to be removing anything while it's still plugged in. Secondly, you need to unplug the power cables like so. There's a clip, you just press it in and pull the cables out gently. And the next thing you'll need to do is make sure the clip on the back is in the open position. So when you do eventually pull the card out, you're not going to rip the motherboard out with it essentially. So this is screwed in, if you watch my previous video, with 2 screws. So go ahead and take those screws out. So I'll just take this top one out here. Okay, so I've got the screws out. Now I already lifted up that clip at the back when I started, but I'll just make sure it's 100% lifted, and that will enable you to just gently pull the card out like that. So that's that card removed. The 1070 has been taken out. Excuse my mess on my desk. It's quite bad, I do apologize. So here's the RX580. Now it goes in literally the same way as the 1070 came out. The gold pins go into the motherboard, as you can see here. Sorry about the filming once again, I will get better, I promise. I need to charge my SLR camera actually, because I'm using an action cam at the moment. So that's slotted in nicely. Now you want to do the reverse steps that I did when I removed the 1070. So first of all, what I'll do is just pop the camera here so you get a better angle. Okay, now you can clearly see I didn't go to film school. Now I'm just going to screw the new one in. I dropped the first screw, so I'm going to use just another one I have here. Okay, so I skipped the screwing in, you don't really need to see that. So the two screws are in the graphics card. Now this one takes an 8-pin connector, the other card took two 8-pins, so I'm just going to take one of them and plug it into the card, which is nice and easy. So that's plugged in, it's all ready to go, it looks good. A little bit of spirit fingers for some inspiration to the PC gods, and boom, it's booted, it's all good, it's ready to roll.